Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Solomon Hasky, my latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 90. I should have recorded this sooner I don't know, because there was so much hype that was going on. I also had the schedule. Anyway, let's get started. Episode 90. This was by far, one of the best episodes of Super they've ever done. Because this is Goku versus Gohan, and we couldn't ask for anything better just before the tournament and the power were to start. Anyway, let's get started. We just come off after last week's episode, after Goku going to help ask Tien Shinhan on, dealing with Tien, the witchcraft, and seeing Master Roshi at his most perverted. This dude is literally a pervert on crack. For an old fart, he sure got some, weird intentions. Anyway, let's get started. The situation, Haitian, it's getting clear. They have 4 hours, literally 4.5 hours left until the tournament's starting, and the stage is already set. Piccolo says to Gohan, my training for you is nearly over. It's time. And there's one opponent you must face. Basically, this is Gohan's last trial before, going to the tournament. This is his last test. And facing Goku is that test, which is pretty good, which is a good choice. Goku's literally the strongest. And Gohan's been pushing his efforts so far, and who better to test his strength against someone who knows him just as well as anyone else. Goku being the strongest, he can bring out his best. They go to see Goku. He's at a restaurant. They're all eating all food. Goku's having all. And Tien, is wondering about money because he doesn't have money. He's not paid to do this stuff. He needs the 10 million zeni. Has to go asking Roshi to teach him. We even get to see Chaozu. Like, what the hell was Chaozu? For a long while now. Chaozu. Chaozu. We saw him in the last episode. Chaozu's there too. Like Gohan asked Goku to train with him. Both he and Piccolo showed up with a serious look on their face. Even Roshi could tell that Gohan is very serious. The way he is now. Because he's been spending a lot of time with Piccolo, and with the power coming up soon. It's not surprising. And he's all serious. Like train with him. And they get to it. Seeing how they fight. How they work. How they see each other. How they suck each other out. It's different than before, because this is serious. Even though they told like this is supposed to be a practice match, and not to go too far, they just couldn't help it. Like for example, Gohan goes straight for Goku, Piccolo, he just bides his time, does the best. Gohan was able to hold his own with both Tien and his father, like. And he was able to, like, literally incapacitate Tien with just one punch, Like, one punch, man, like, but he didn't explode, The fact that he was able to push his father to his limit to do some serious harm, he's definitely increased in his training time. And he's able to improve, The fact that he's proved this much in such a short amount of time, it shows how impressive he's got. And the fact that he's been training with Piccolo, that's also, shows what he's learned in that short amount of time, especially given in what the situation. He knows what he's fighting for. He's not just fighting for himself. He's fighting for his family. He's fighting to live, and all that. And he's even launched like this mini energy blast that just knocked Tien off his feet, If I were to compare it to anything other than anime, it's how when Naruto, after he gained control of the Kyuubi chakra, went out to the battlefield with Killer Bee, and they were fighting all the white Zetsus. He did the mini Rasen Shuriken and he threw it at him, and he sliced right through the guy, the white Zetsus, and he beat them all. It would have been cool to see the mini Rasen Shuriken explode like the real one did, because we didn't get to see that. It's like that, Describe it, just one tiny blast of energy, and poof, he just swatted away like a fight. And that fight between Goku and Gohan, it was very intense. And with Piccolo just biding his time, how he blew up the mountain that they were using as the fighting stage, how they literally blew it up, There's nothing left of it but dust, And this was supposed to be practice. However, Roshi seeing how they're fighting, it's true that this was practice, how they put into it. But this fight was not over yet, Practice is over, and this time they're getting serious. Gohan asking Goku to fight him one-on-one, that was very surprising. That was something you didn't expect. But then again, the fact that Gohan, it's not that you didn't expect Gohan to fight Goku, it's just that Gohan is the one throwing down the gauntlet. That's just proof how developed as a character he's gotten. I wish we saw some of this in the movies, and a lot of fans would agree with me. Seeing this in the movies would have been way better than him in that dumbass tracksuit. He got punched out by Frieza with one hit. That is the part that sucked. That's one of the pieces that sucked the most. The fact that Gohan was turned into the Yansha of the Dragon Ball Z. If you guys get that reference, I'm proud of you. If you guys didn't, you know. Anyway, that's just. Anyway, we got to see that there's preparations on all the other sides. Like, for example, we see that Universe 10, and where, Zama's and Goas are from, You get to see that Ramush, the purple, the pinkish elephant god of Universe 10, and he's getting ready to make his move. He's already picked these 10 warrior-like guys. It's like these guys are like monks, they have these monks, we only see one of them. He's like the leader of the group, and the rest, they're all pretty big looking, but it looks like they're kind of like the same as he is, like kind of monk looking guy, and he's all about muscles and stuff, and strength. And from Ramush and his behavior, he studied Goas, to trust you, think too much about using your head, use mostly use like your body, saying that don't rely on this, rely on this, basically. And it seems from Ramush and his behavior, it seems that he's obviously not the brainy type. He doesn't think about things too much, No, it seems he's probably all about strength and how to use that, Now, given his behavior, like he has, his version of Whis, that little girl version of Whis or Vados or whatever, so she's actually rather playful, like a little girl. She's a lot more playful than Whis or Vados was. She picked the 10 warriors for Universe 10, seeing how these guys look alike. That she too thought with her head, too much with her head, but she picked well. It seems that these guys are all muscly. Like these guys are all muscly. Like it's obviously they're the warrior type. They're using their bronze, their strength is their greatest advantage, and it seems that looks like that's what the kind of person Ramush is. Who values strength and not knowledge. That's different. It's obviously that Ramush is not a thinker. He doesn't think about things too much. That's not exactly his asset, and that would explain his behavior, what he's like, but also explain why the hell he didn't notice that things were going underneath his long-ass nose, that problems were happening. Like, for example, between Zama's and Black. Like, this guy is literally a failure as a god because he failed to stop Goku Black and stop him from going on a rampage in Universe 7, destroying all of mankind because he thinks they're scum, This guy's scum too, You also get to see that these warriors are all about protein and stuff. That's just weird, and this is just a glimpse in Universe 10, and seeing Ramush, we won't see these guys until the Enemy of Power to see what they're capable of, As the story continues, we get to see Gohan and Goku fight one-on-one. Goku goes Super Saiyan, Gohan goes, Ultimate Gohan, unleashing just his pure power, everybody's sounding what amazing energy he has. However, he's not going Super Saiyan like Goku is. Like, he wants to fight using his way, and so he doesn't want to rely on his Super Saiyan powers. He decides to forge his own path, without the reliability on his Super Saiyan abilities, which is pretty interesting. Like, he respects his father, he wants to forge his own path, but he doesn't want to be just like him, which is I like in character development. And the way this went, the battle between these two warriors, the way they fought, the way they went at each other. This was a knockout, drag-out battle. Every time they literally clashed, the other guys, you literally see the sky shaking. Like the whole world was shaking from the raw impact of their abilities. Especially when the fight got more and more intense. The more they fight each other, the more they had to move for each other. And Gohan, the fact egging his father on to literally take him seriously and to fight him, literally telling him to go full power. This was one of the best fights they ever did, especially when with Gohan telling Goku to go full power and not to hold back. Goku responds. He's going Super Saiyan Blue. He's going Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken. And Gohan, even though he's not using his super. The fact that he was able to last this long with Goku is more than impressive. It is good, very, very good. The fact that he was able to do such a thing, and the fact that he was able to put all his art, and effort into such a thing, it's more than impressive, seeing this, how the situation went, and how they handle it, and Gohan, putting literally showing everybody what he was made of. That was definitely got to be the best moment for Gohan. And seeing that everybody was feeling the impact of this fight. Like, for example, Roshi, Tien, Piccolo, Chaozu, they were all watching because they were right there close by. But also from far away, we get to see Supreme Kai, Elder Kai, Vegeta. Vegeta is like, was smiling at the thought of this. Like, the fact that they were putting so much effort into this, it's like, I may just join the tournament after. He was hesitant because Bulma was pregnant, but now she's not pregnant anymore. So he's probably going to join the tournament. And when the fight's over, Gohan giving it all he got, him smiling, and that he did well. How Goku decided to name him the leader of Team 7. Like, he's the leader of Universe 7? Like, wow. Like, I figured Goku would be the leader and all that stuff, but Gohan, the fact that he named Gohan this, like, that is a very big surprise. Like, Gohan, he's very, I don't know if he could handle such a thing, but he's very, very level-headed, so he could probably see this. And the fact that he was able to do this, and there are a lot of fans guessing on, like, will he achieve Super Saiyan Blue or not? And the fact that he chose not to do it, he probably used his Super Saiyan powers later, but that's only probably during the tournament, And so they're probably going to keep that as a big surprise, when the fight does begin, And for me, I'm excited. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Like, it looks like the preview for the next episode, like, we're gonna see a lot more characters. Like, for example, we see Hit from Universe 6. It looks like we're gonna see the return of Frost. I'm like, why Frost? Because there was a rumor back that Frieza was gonna come back. But maybe the rumor is not about Frieza, it was Frost, So the Frieza wannabe from Universe 6, it's gonna come back and do another go round with Frost, with Hit. I can't wait. I don't know why they would do this, but that's probably because they probably need him for the tournament. But I hope to God, that if they're gonna use him, they're probably gonna use him. Just don't make him be another pathetic ripoff. It looks like there's gonna be something else happening in the story. Can't wait. Don't know what it's gonna be. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you guys next time. I'm out. This is 11 Islands. See you later.